like I said earlier, this is going to be a short episode, so let's get to the final topic of the night. Jason Derulo and the movie Cats. I have not seen the movie Cats. I was not really interested in seeing it. I might have gone to see it just to review it for the hell of it, but I have heard nothing but horrible things about this movie. I heard the CGI still wasn't good. I heard the plot was weird. I've heard some things. If you haven't seen Cats, it's not only getting bad critical reviews, it's getting epically horrible critic reviews. I think on even though Rotten Tomatoes is losing credibility every day, the critic score is 18%, so that's well within the Rotten range. The audience score is a little better, but still Rotten. I believe the audience score is 56 at the time of this recording. But anyway, Jason Derulo played one of the characters in the movie, and he had something to say recently, and we need to go through his comments, or statements, perhaps I should say. He said, anytime you defy what an art form is, anytime you defy all rules, there's going to be some pushback, obviously, but it's an incredible piece of art done by some of the best people in the world. I am just excited for the people to actually see it because reviewers, what the hell do they know? Have they made a film ever in their life? We're going to go through this. This is ridiculous stuff. Reviewers don't matter, man. At the end of the day, people are going to go see it, and it's going to be a deportation into another dimension. It's incredible, incredible, brave piece of art. It has always been that way. When it comes out on Broadway, people were like, what is this? It's something totally different. All right, let's go through these comments. Now, once again, Jason Derulo is in the movie Cast, which is doing horribly. I believe its opening weekend box office intake was 6.5 million, which to any of us, 6.5 million sounds like plenty of money. I'll take 6.5 million. But for a big movie released around the holiday season, ooh, that's bad. If this was some weird little independent film made by a smaller studio, fine. But no, this one they were going for. They wanted that Oscar gold, because most of the movies that get released in late December are going for Oscar gold, because that's why they're fresh in the Academy's minds when they're thinking about what movies to give awards to. So I get what's going on here. I get this is a big disappointment for the studios and the actors involved. And I get Jason Derulo wanting to back things up. But, however, Jason, you're wrong. We're gonna. I just don't. It kind of angers me. It angers me. When I first read these comments, I was actually pretty angry, but I'm going to explain why. I've calmed down. Because here's the thing. I get it. This was a big production. This was a big deal. A lot of people involved. Yeah, Jason Derulo, Taylor Swift, Ian McKellen, Idris Elba, so many James Corden, Rebel Wilson. So many notable actors who are singers or not singers, or at least they're actors, but they can sing. So I get it how much of a huge disappointment this must be, and it must be hard to hear all the bad critical reviews, whether they're from critics or not. But let's take a look at these comments. I'm just excited for people to actually see it, because reviewers, what the hell do they know? Have they made a film ever in their life? Okay, let's get into this. Some movie reviewers have made films. Just because there's this idea that all movie reviewers are people, or critics. I'll say critics. Or people who tried to make films and they failed, and now they just critique movies to get back at people or something, to get back at the system that shunned them. Listen, movie critics, and for me, I feel like there's for me personally, I'm not speaking in general, for me personally, there's people who do I review movies because this is I enjoy movies. I like to go out. I would never critics are the people who gone full career with it. They went to school for film. They know about kind of stuff. So for people to say that these people are going out every week watching 3 to 4 movies a week and doing reviews for them, and they do it because they hate movies, they must hate movies really bad to be able to sit through 8 to 10 hours of something that they supposedly hate. That's ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, movie critics are humans. They're human beings. Some of these people, I bet some of them are some nasty people. I bet some of them may have a bias. Some people say they're bought off. And I'm sure this happened. I'm sure this definitely happened. I'd be surprised if this never happened. But this statement by him makes it seem like it's all the critics, all the reviewers. Like nobody knows what the frick they're talking about. Because they never made a film. Listen, once again, like I've never made a film, but just because I've never made a film doesn't know I can't say I didn't like this. Here are my reasons why. And I don't mind anybody says I like this or I don't like this. Just know why you do or do not. I think that's important point instead of saying I didn't like it. Stupid. Why is it stupid? It's just stupid. Those kind of people. Shut up. If you're gonna say something stupid, tell me why it's stupid. Is there bad lines in the movie? Did special effects suck? What? Tell me. But this is just like this disregarding stuff. Where it's like Jason Derulo, I get it. You're very passionate about this project, and the bad reviews and the poor reviews are hurting your feelings. Okay, I get it. But enough of this stuff. Enough of you're blaming critics. These critics don't know anything. It reminds me of, and this is why it irritates me because I've seen this stuff before. It reminds me of Suicide Squad. Remember when Suicide Squad was coming out? The director and the entire cast kept on saying this. We didn't make it for the critics. We made it for the fans. Shut up. Shut up. You didn't make it for the fans. The studio made it to make money, okay? You didn't make it for the fans. That's just some brainwashing crap that you're trying to convince fans that, if you love this movie, you're part of actually something good. You're part of a cause. Because, they're just trying to bring us down. Our movie's actually really good. Well, Jason Derulo, heads up. Even audiences don't like this movie. So, and I'm not saying there aren't people who do. I'm sure if I go on Rotten Tomatoes, or if I go on IMDb, or I go on Metacritic, I can find some reviews of some people who actually did like it. Because, someone had to have liked it. Otherwise, both scores would be a 0. But this blaming that critics don't know what they're talking about. Listen, like I said, there are people who have far greater knowledge of film than I do. But I'll tell you one thing. I used to think kind of the same way. Where, a movie would come out and critics would say it's bad, but I would like it. I'm like, critics are dumb. They're stupid. But you know what changed for me? Was when I started to go out to see movies every week. Because the average U.S. citizen goes out to see a movie 4 to 5 times in a year. That's only 4 or 5 times a year you actually go out to see a movie. That was a survey that was done a little while back. But ever since I started watching movies regularly, where I started seeing at least one movie every week, you start to notice things. You start to pick up on things. You start to, just by experiencing so many films over the course of a year, 2, 3 years, when you're going out every week, you start to pick up on things. You start to learn stuff via experience. Some of these things I probably, if I studied them in college, I probably would have known them. But after seeing a movie every week, there's some stuff I was like, oh my God, this overused line that I hear in a bunch of movies. Like, I talked about this before in the show. I hate the line where somebody's like, who are you? And then the other person's like, the real question is, who are you? I hate that line. It's overused so much. I hate it. Other stuff, you start to notice special effects, little things you may have not noticed before, but now you're like, oh, there's something wrong with that guy's chin there. Or, that fur isn't moving the right way. So before people start to crap on critics, and once again, they're human beings, some of them, you don't have to like them, but it is their opinion. And to say that they don't know anything they're talking about is ridiculous. That's like saying, that's like somebody complaining about construction done on their home. It's like, hey, seems to be a weird bend in my wall. Why is there a bend in my wall? It's supposed to be nice and flat. And that'd be like the contractor going, sir, have you ever made a house before? And they'd be like, no. Well, then I don't expect you to understand. No. People are allowed to have their opinions. People don't have to be experts to be able to say, I don't like this or I do like this. Once again, just have reasons for why you do or do not like something, okay? But Jason Derulo, I get it. You're passionate about this film, but this is just, it's childish behavior, if you ask me. It's childish behavior. And I'm not down for it. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to see a full episode, I live stream every Thursday night on Facebook right after I see the movie, or you can tune in to the Revenge Online Radio Network every Friday morning at 9 a.m. If you enjoyed the show, please consider contributing to the Patreon, patreon.com/POVincent.